went to the drive-in. Will you tell them that we went to the drive-in?
Gamera is a giant monster film from 1965, released on December 15th, 1966 in America, which is the version we'll be working with today. Produced by Dial Films, directed by Noraki Iwasha, this monster film is the first in the Gamera series. Real quick disclaimer before we start this one, I had to rush it a little bit, guys, so if it's a little inaccurate, I apologize ahead of time. Alright, let's get into it. We get the backstory that these scientists are trying to find a new way across the top of the Arctic in the Northwest Passage, and out of nowhere we get these Russian planes flying over our main characters. I'll get back to them, but like all good American versions, we have American actors cut in here. This is an Air Force base up in the Antarctic.
Did. Susan, we know you've marked yourself no trespassing, but you shouldn't stop a guy for trying. Maybe it's cold outside.
It's right, gorgeous. You gotta thaw out.
Holy shit, this whole base needs some action if that's the guy's pickup lines. This is Susan Embers, played by Diane Finley. She's gonna be popping in and out of the movie. General O'Neill is the guy in charge, played by Dick O'Neill. He gets the report about the planes flying around and doesn't like it, so orders Captain Lowell, played by John Garibray, to shoot them down.
Red alert.
Turns out one of the enemy jets had a nuke on it, and guess who that wakes up? Oh wow, 8 minutes in we get our title screen. Gamera the Invincible. So near to where Gamera woke up, we have our main characters. Dr. Hidaka, played by Iji Fukushabi, was a zoologist studying the area, and after the bomb he says it's time to get out of here. Sorry Eskimos, but we gotta bail. Before he goes, the chief Eskimo gives him an ancient artifact, but it has some weird pictures drawn into it. With the good doctor is his assistant Koyoko, played by Hiromu Ketchufarian, and photographer Oyoya, played by Jincho Yamashita. Gamera gets up out the ice and destroys the research vessel, and the Americans start to wonder what the hell is going on.
It was last sighted. A huge creature, 150, maybe 200 feet tall. He circled the area to take another look, but it was gone, as if it had flown away. Well, now that's what he says, sir.
The captain's kidding. A giant turtle?
Yeah, I'd probably look at him the same also. This poor guy isn't built, but he should be. Giant turtle news montage. You know we like a good news montage around here. So we have these three individuals. J.T. Standage, played by Tom Stubfield, Dr. Contraire, played by Alan Oppenheimer, and Jules Manning, played by Mort Marshall. They're debating if Gamera is real and what the hell he really is. They kind of remind me of the panel from Starship Troopers.
Of course, we all know there really is a Santa Claus. Oh, Dr. Contraire, every time you bray, you make a bigger jackass of yourself.
Haven't seen yet. A leadership cast, a hive brain.
Brain bugs? Frankly, I find the idea of a bug that thinks offensive.
General Arnold heads to Washington to convince the American leaders that the turtle is real and something needs to be done. On the other side of the world, this is Toshio, played by Yoshio Yoshiro. And he's our lead child. And he loves turtles, but that's interfering with his schoolwork, so his sister and his dad tell him, "Sorry man, you gotta let your pet turtle go." Kinda messed up. He lets the turtle free near the lighthouse where he lives. And later that night, guess who shows up? And right when you hope that Gamera would eat this kid? Nope, Gamera likes children. Dr. Hidaka and his clique are the only survivors from the ship sinking in the Antarctic. And when they arrive in Tokyo, they're briefed on what the plan is to do with Gamera, which is use electricity to keep him away from the thermal plant that he's heading towards. But it doesn't work. Consult Professor Murashi, played by Juan Hamara, who was a specialist on monsters, I guess. Gamera is still destroying this one plant. Oh, and by the way, he eats fire now, too. So the Americans let the Japanese use their missiles on Gamera. Nuke missiles, nonetheless. But the doctors say no because the nukes may power Gamera. So, let's try a freezing bomb. After all, Gamera was trapped in ice in the beginning of the movie. It looks like it's working. Okay, but just in case, they're gonna plant some dynamite around Gamera and blow him up, too. And right when they think they got Gamera...
Well, I'll be fucked.
So it turns out the stone that the Eskimo chief gave the doctor is actually depicting Gamera flying, so he tried to give him a heads up and the doctor didn't even pay attention. The UN meets to plan to destroy Gamera. The Russians and the Americans fight over the planes shot down in the beginning, but other than that they agree on nothing. But Dr. Idaka comes up with a plan to shoot Gamera into space with a rocket and have him head right towards Mars.
Attention, everyone! Take cover! Move!
Control your cool. We're not going anywhere. Right. I say we should stay here and dance. How about it?
Gamera now goes on a full rampage through Tokyo. Now he breathes fire as well as eats it. I wonder if the other big green fella's gonna be pissed about that. The miniatures and special effects here look really good. And for a turtle who loves kids, how many do you think he killed destroying the city? The army does their best to hold Gamera around until the rocket is ready. Seems kinda silly, but okay. The way they decide to lure Gamera to the island is they pour gasoline behind 2 tankers, leading towards the island. Remember, the theory is that Gamera eats oil and gas, so hopefully he falls for all this. Well, seems like he does, and Gamera gets to the island and falls for their trap.
Open hatches. Flares out!
Hatches open. Flares out.
This is success! We made it!
And the world goes crazy. I guess that's a happy ending? Gamera, in my opinion, isn't as great as the Godzilla series, but it's still a lot of fun. Definitely geared towards children right off the bat. The story starts off kind of generic. Giant monster wakes up from the ice and terrorizes the world. But the end solution is kind of interesting. The fact that Gamera eats oil and gas explains why he breathes fire is kind of a cool touch too. The special effects look great for such an old movie. The story jumps around a little bit, but it's not too hard to keep up. I highly recommend Gamera for all you kaiju fans out there. Trust me, it's worth taking a look. You will have a lot of fun with this one.